I've been dragged out all the way to Anniston, Alabama, in search of a very special train running the Norfolk Southern East End District this afternoon. I arrive finding NS Local A46 working the small yard with EMD SD60Es 6908 and 6904. My reasoning for being out here was to catch the Kansas City Southern Railway's Office Car Special. This high-priority train was carrying officials out of Kansas City, Missouri, heading for Atlanta. The people on board the train would get off in Atlanta, and then the train would turn around and head back west, running empty. My goal was to get as far west as I could before running into them, leading me to Anniston. Nothing was going to stop this high-priority train, as it's guarded and followed by KCS and Norfolk Southern police officers. NSA 46 had just finished up their work for the day and parks their power across from the Amtrak station. Not too long after, the KCS Office Car Special showed up, running as NS Train 088, speeding past the Anniston Amtrak station. The chase was on, heading eastbound to my next spot I've been wanting to shoot at for a long while. Myself and a bunch of other rail fans chasing this train all thought it was a great idea as well, as we all gathered on the Bridge Street Overpass in Edwardsville as the train keeps on moving.
088 got a clear signal, Edwardsville.
Hey, y'all smile, I'll get y'all picture. We might put y'all in the Cleveland News.
It was hard enough to stay ahead of the train with it having such high priority. That leads me to my next spot, the famous Waco Silos in Waco, Georgia. Trying to get ahead once more, the next spot for me would be CP Taylor on the east side of Temple, Georgia. This signal bridge at Taylor had just been replaced after a train versus truck accident took the original signals out back in March of 2018. This was my first time seeing the new setup. The next spot, one of my favorites, is what we like to call the Douglasville S-curve at the North Baggett Road grade crossing. As I attempt to get ahead of them again, I knew for a fact Douglasville traffic was going to stop me. Even the very first red light told me so. Well, so much for that. As I'm still stuck in traffic with NS 088 getting well ahead of me, I spot the power for the Douglasville local A25 in front of the freight depot with Sol SD 40-2 3466. Unfortunately, with the slight traffic delay, I couldn't get ahead of them before reaching Atlanta. As I pulled up to CP Bridge, I see NS 088 racing NS 22N into Inman Yard in the distance. But at least I knew I wasn't the only one late to the party. At least I thought. Now that NS 088 has arrived into Atlanta, it was time to wait for the return trip. A few friends and I moved over to CP Jacmac for our first shot, but first came NS 22G running as light power heading to Inman Yard. Their entire train was dropped off for Whitaker Yard in Austell. Within a couple of hours, the KCS office car special was heading back to Kansas City with an empty train, now running as NS 089. The priority of this train now isn't as high, which could make for some delays en route. The train got held up just before Austell. That gave me the opportunity to shoot it one more time before getting called into work. I moved to Hyde Street, just outside of Lithia Springs on the east end. Thus marks the end to another successful chase with a very unique train. I was able to shoot one more train though before calling it a day. Pulling off at CP Bridge, NS 175 was approaching as they fixed to swap crews before heading towards Macon.
You got it off 3 hands for they're over both of them are open track.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and post a comment below letting me know what you think. I appreciate everyone's feedback. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and double check to make sure you have that notification bell turned on as well. Until next time, so long from Atlanta, Georgia at CP Bridge, along the Norfolk Southern Atlanta North District.